We begin, though, with breaking news out of southeast Atlanta. Officers responding to a deadly shooting today. I'm Savannah Louie.
I'm Alan Devlin. The investigation unfolding now in the Summerhill neighborhood on Ormond Street near Hank Aaron Drive. That's where we find Atlanta News First reporter Rachel Aragon. So, Rachel, a second person also injured in the shooting.
Yeah, a male, we're told, actually right now at Grady Hospital recovering from his injuries, but that other victim we're learning is now dead. Take a look here. Unfortunately, I spoke to his family earlier today. This is DeJuan Jackson. His older brother tells me he got a call from family members this morning that his younger brother, DeJuan, who's in his 40s, had been shot. He says his brother had moved back to Atlanta from Clayton County because he and his family live in this part of town. He described his brother, DeJuan, as a loving family man who wouldn't hesitate to help others in the community.
He was a good father to that stepchild, you know. Everybody had their issue, and no one perfect, But my brother, like I say, had a good heart. He the type of person, if someone hungry or need to borrow some money, he'll come out of their pocket and give them their last.
And DeJuan's brother, who you just heard from right there, says he doesn't really know the other person who is right now at the hospital also involved in that shootout. We also asked Atlanta police and trying to learn more about any potential suspect or suspects are looking for. And so far, we are still waiting on them to release more information. We're live in Summerhill. Rachel Aragon, Atlanta News First.
Rachel, thank you.